Yo, what's going on Facebook? It is your boy Bernardine the Trucker checking in with you. Yes, you can see I'm looking rough. Rough. Well, sorry I've been MIA on the YouTubes, but I wanted to go ahead and focus on my training, which is the most important part, especially when you're starting out with your career. So, wow. It's been a long time, but you know what? It was well worth it. I am done with my miles. I drove just over 39,000 miles, and that was as of um, Thursday evening. So I'm back here at Springfield at the mothership, and I just begun my upgrade process. It's Saturday afternoon, and I took my first class, which was the prime safety class, um, where they go over you know, some videos, distracted driving in inclement weather, driving in the city, but mainly with your cell phone. It's a big no-no to be driving a truck operating a cell phone trying to text and drive. Then we did some simulations similar to what you do in the very beginning. But this one, the caveat to this one at the end, there's a test, and it's easy because you just got off of TnT, so you know how to back up a truck. It's just really different when you're doing it on the simulator. But I did it. You got 10 minutes to do it, and you just back the trailer in there in between the cones, bump the dock, you're done. So give me this piece of paper. So on Monday, I have to go take my slingshot business class in the morning, and in the afternoon, I got my hours of service training, taxes and business class. And then after that, provided that I complete my CBTs. Yes, we got to do CBTs. And for those that don't know, CBTs are computer-based training videos, more videos of the same stuff basically that we already did. The same videos. I don't know. I haven't started yet. Shame on me. But the same type of videos that you had to deal with when you were doing your orientation. So, so how was TnT? Okay, I'll touch upon that. TnT for me was it was great. I lucked out. I had a pretty cool trainer. Um, I would say within maybe the first 2 weeks, we did our best to run it like a team truck. And what I mean by running it by a team truck is I have my shift and he has his shift, and whatever happens on those shifts, we got to take care of it. But my trainer took the gloves off. I feel he took the baby gloves off, relatively early in the training. I guess because, I got it, and I could, I can operate the truck. Wow. Where do I begin? Okay, so the trainer was cool. But when you get to the point where you're at TnT, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you apply to Prime, take your time in I'm sorry, oh yeah, when you apply to Prime, make sure that you have all your information that they require. You put it into the system and bring it with you. Birth certificate, social security card, your medical card. Bring all that information in, and then when you go to the orientation, they do a file review and make sure you have these documents. Okay, and then another important thing that you need to do is be 100% honest on that survey. It's a survey to pair you up with your trainer that you're going to get for PSD and TnT, or you might get a trainer that that does both. Take your time and answer those questions honestly. Okay, it's not a race to get out of there and get this, check here, check here. No, be 100% honest with yourself. Take your time and do it. The system works, okay? And you're going to hear this throughout your training here at Prime. Trust the process, okay? And I'll be honest with you. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I was 100% honest on that survey. I felt that, they're going to ask you questions about, how you feel in this situation and this. Be 100% honest with yourself and be 100% honest on that survey, because the matching that that's how they match you up with your trainers, okay? And it's important to do that, because I have buddies of mine that we were in the same class, and their TnT experience is, for the lack of better terms, is very hard for them, and what I mean by that is this, the type of person that you're going to get, how you mesh. I mean, I know nothing in this world is perfect, okay? All right, but by doing, just do yourself a favor and make sure that you honestly answer those questions. My trainer, cooler than the other side of the pillow, taught me what I needed to be taught. Right off the rip, he asked me, "Are you going to company or lease?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't sure." He's like, "Well, I kind of need to know, because, if you're company, I'm going to train you one way. If you're lease, I'm going to train you how to be profitable." I was like, "Well, I'm going lease." So he taught me the ins and outs of, lease operator, and what you need to, what you really need to focus in on is basically your hours of service. That Qualcomm, your time clock, your 70-hour clock, you need to protect that just like you need to protect your commercial driver's license, okay? You need to protect that with your life, because that's your livelihood, especially if you go on lease, okay? My experiences, wow. I'm gonna put a slide here, a little snapshot of all the places that I went, and there you go. Looking at it, you can see I pretty much circled the United States. I did one big circle, and I had a lot of fun. Experienced, rain, heavy rain, fog, real thick fog, tight city streets, residential streets, especially up in the Northeast. Whoo, man, I'm telling you, it was trying. It was trying. I've experienced, driver fatigue, because you're going to get tired, because you're not just the steering wheel holder, okay? You're focusing, basically, you're driving defensively. And it's different. It's way different from driving defensively in a car. You're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle, A, those trucks do not stop on a dime. B, they're not the easiest to turn, especially in tight situations. So, and you're driving for everybody, because, if you're not safe, you're putting everybody's lives that are out there in danger. So you need to be on your A game. So that could be mentally draining, and just the physical aspect of it. I mean, this is not a 9-to-5 job. You don't have set hours, you come to some of these shippers and receivers, and, you did your part. You got there on time, or heck, you even get there early, but you're playing by their rules. They're the gatekeeper. And you just gotta deal with some setbacks or some delays, and it could be tough. It could be challenging, but at the same time, it's like, you're gonna hear this too. Trust the process and hurry up and wait. It is a hurry up and wait situation. You got to hurry up and get there, to be there on time. make sure that the product is good, and then you got to wait for them to unload you if you're doing a live unload, or you got to wait for them to have all the products ready. We were delayed for like 18, almost 19 hours at a shipper in California because they didn't have enough of the produce, so we had to wait for them to get it from their source. But you know, that's trucking. That's trucking. Driving through different towns, different cities, different states. As you can see, I've been to a lot of them, and you know, it's kind of cool. You know, if you look at it, you know, I'm from Florida, so I started in Florida and worked my way all the way up to Washington, or that came all the way down and across. Oh man, I've seen some beautiful scenery. I've met so many good people here at Prime. You know, like the owner said, I mean, it's one big family, you know, and people like myself, you know, I get asked questions all the time, you know, from co-drivers. I call them co-drivers. Yeah, we're all co-drivers. You know, people that I went to a class, or they were in a class ahead of me or a class behind me. And, you know, you build relationships here. And that's the beauty of it, you know. You're not alone in this. I highly recommend that you build your own personal circle of friends here at the company that you're gonna, you know, that you gel with really well, and you bounce ideas off of them. You know, I call my boy BJ all the time. Hey man, how you doing? You know, what's going on? And he'll ask me questions. I'll ask him questions about stuff. And believe it or not, you know, that just makes your drive a whole lot easier, knowing that you have a circle of friends that you can call to ask questions. You know, and I took it a step further to where I know, you know, when I put them in my phone book, I have a list of people that drive during the day and a list of people that drive at night. So I'm covered either way it goes, you know. So other than that, I'm just going through the process. So I'll check in with you Monday after all my classes are done and my name gets put on the list for a truck. So again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a comment, like it, and subscribe. And I will get back to you when it's time for me to get a truck. Peace.